Nobody taught you the true meaning of the words, "I can do all things through Christ," because the world taught you to read them backward. You were taught to believe that you could do all things, and that Christ was there simply to assist your plans. But this statement was never a promise of human achievement. It was a revelation of spiritual identity. The moment you believe that "I" refers to the personal self, the verse becomes a burden instead of a blessing. You strive harder, you push further, and you wonder why exhaustion follows faith. The truth is, the human self can do nothing of itself. The power is not in personal effort, but in divine presence. Christ is not a distant figure, nor a historical memory. Christ is the living divine consciousness within you. It is the eternal presence of God expressing itself as wisdom, strength, peace, and harmony. When this presence is acknowledged, the personal sense of self steps aside and divine action begins. To do all things does not mean forcing outcomes or controlling circumstances. It means allowing divine law to operate without resistance. It means recognizing that supply, health, guidance, and peace are not created by effort, but revealed through awareness. When the mind becomes still and receptive, the Christ within takes over the work. Most people repeat this verse in moments of struggle, hoping it will empower the human will. But its true function is to quiet the human will. When you stop trying to make things happen and begin trusting what already is, you discover a strength that never tires and a wisdom that never fails. The all things promised are not personal victories, but divine unfoldments. They appear naturally when fear dissolves and faith becomes understanding. You are not empowered to struggle harder. You are empowered to surrender deeper. This is the hidden meaning that was never explained. The promise was never about what you can do. It was about what God does when you no longer interfere. When Christ is acknowledged as your true life, nothing is added, yet nothing is lacking. All things are already complete, waiting only for recognition. And when this truth is lived rather than spoken, life ceases to be a battle and becomes a revelation. The statement is about spiritual consciousness and not personal power, because the word "I" was never meant to describe the human personality with its history, fears, talents, and limitations. When the verse is read through the lens of personal identity, it becomes an ego-centered declaration that quietly says, "I can overcome, I can achieve."